pool's falling apart, the playground needed something, there's paint peeling, and you guys all want a new field. We already passed a referendum. We thought that was for the field. I was like, ooh, these comments are not great. It's a fundraiser for 600,000 to put in a second. They must already have AstroTurf for synthetic field. I think it was Northwestern.
I only highlighted the operational ones, yeah.
I want a new field. We already passed the referendum. We thought that was for the field. I was like, ooh, these comments are not.
Oh, I was just texting you so you can ignore me.
If they're asking for $250 million, what is their operating budget to be in? Yeah. But like a lot of kids. But if you look at like how many schools do you have? Probably have.
So we are live on YouTube. I'm just gonna go check.
Just district. It would be easier. Wouldn't have been easier. You could still have three elementary schools. When you have people managing that many schools already.
Okay, we think Dave's on his way, right?
Oh, who else did I text besides Dave?
Okay, it's in Utah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
not back? I thought he got back. Oh, okay. Well, he's not coming then.
FaceTime.
Oh,
All right, it's 6 o'clock. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Ask those who can to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. This time I am looking for a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second it.
I have a motion by Steve, seconded by Jamie. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Comments from the public? Okay. Then we'll move to the accepting of the donations. I believe the Whitetails are here.
Yep. I'm Dave Chell. I'm president of the Burnett County chapter of Whitetails Unlimited here. And since you guys are having the meeting tonight, and I got together with the Webster and Jasper coach, and I would like to give out this year's donations from Whitetails Unlimited. And on behalf of the Burnett County chapter and the national headquarters in Sturgeon Bay, I would like to present checks to all three of the trap teams
Laura,
for
we'll accept our check.
the amount of $2,000 apiece, along with a box of 100 of the earplugs.
Oh,
that goes along
awesome.
with them. Wow. So.
Thank you.
Can I do a big group picture quick?
Yeah, and I'd like you to take a picture with my phone too, Becky.
I suppose. Can I just send it to you?
You can.
Get in there, Laura.
You wanna hold up the check too, or-
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
That's
You
fine.
want to move your bags of goodies in the front or show us what they are maybe? Or are they just black boxes, brown boxes?
It's just boxes of earplugs.
All right. Thank you guys. I need the Ransford person's name, but not right now. Thank you. Thank you.
I like how you're all representing. You got the drag.
I know.
Laura, how much is the check for?
2,000,
Floyd Grove.
2,000 each.
Well, I just saw that. I haven't checked my emails.
Oh,
I
he
just
just
saw, I didn't hear him, but that Bobby was doing the fundraiser too. So that'll help.
Okay. So do I have a motion to accept the,
I'll motion to accept the
I'll second
the
that.
donation.
I have a motion by Katie, seconded by Jamie to accept the donation from the Whitetails. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Knights of Columbus. This is their annual fundraiser. The Knights of Columbus gives a donation each year to the special education program. We do always ask Denise to come back and let us know what the money was spent on after the fact. So I am looking for a motion to accept $410.60 from the Knights of Columbus.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion by Katie, seconded by Tom. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Siren Lions Club donation of $1,386 to the library book fair, and that was so that each of the children got a free book.
I'll make a motion to accept the $1,386 donation.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Katie, seconded by Kelly. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Due to the early meeting, we are deferring the treasurer's report, and we will look at this month's with next month. So I do have one thing I'd like to bring up to you all. You should have probably gotten an email on this as well. CISA 11 is having a joint PAC board meeting on April 4th from 6 to 9. There'll be dinner, some networking time, and then there'll be the presentation. Registration needs to be into Lisa by March 25th because she has to report it by March 27th to CISA if we're going. We generally would meet here, take a van and go down. Kevin always joins if any members go. It's usually very, very worthwhile.
Do they have a topic on
Yeah, I
there? I
was
can't
just
remember what the
gonna
topic is.
No, it says a guest speaker is Jim Morgan from MRA, but it doesn't tell me what the topic is.
Okay.
What's the date on that?
April 4th.
April
Thursday.
4th.
I cannot.
So that's,
go.
That's what you two guys went to, Lance.
Yeah, I can't go this year.
Okay.
so
That's
if you
great.
can make that, if you just let Lisa know in time that she can get
When
you
do
registered.
When do you want to know by?
March 25th.
March 20th. Okay.
And like I said, it's usually pretty good. Kevin and I went to
Mhm.
a few of them over the years, and
Interesting.
most of them are pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, they've been good. They had the one year they had, Leroy Butler.
Yeah, we went that year.
Too. But
Yeah.
yeah, Hall of Fame, you know,
Sign my book.
we gotta sign football, and we gotta get
Yeah.
that trophy case.
Okay. We only had one committee meet this
Mhm.
month, and that was building and grounds. Do you have anything to report?
We're working on some roof leak stuff and waiting for some estimates.
Okay, so there's
So,
no,
There,
nothing to
there was
vote on
not,
this
yeah,
evening?
there was nothing to vote on, but that was the biggest
I
piece,
just have
just,
a date.
yeah, oh, perfect.
Mhm.
You have the update?
The updates in my
He's trying to get it to open up, I
new
think.
business.
Oh, okay, you're gonna give it later.
Then,
Yeah.
Okay,
Information I
great.
have On the playground.
Okay. Yeah, we're all waiting. All right, so we had deferred all of the directors, principals,
mhm.
and so we are up to accepting the minutes of the regular school board meeting held January 22nd.
Okay, Dave can't seem to get in, so I'm locked back.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve last, board meeting minutes.
I'll second it.
I have a motion by Steve, seconded by Katie to accept the minutes from January 22nd. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We're in new business with the legal newspaper switch.
So the leader, we did switch when I first started, we
Mhm.
switched back to leader because I don't know what had happened before that, but now it seems like we get most of our coverage from the Sentinel and
Mhm.
we feel like Becky is here more than. So just want to put that out to you guys, if you'd be interested in making them they were our local paper when I came and then we switched to leader and then. We feel like we do a lot more with the Sentinel at this point in time.
What does that actually mean?
Any legal notices have to be posted in what is our legal newspaper.
Okay.
A lot of times we post it in both anyway, but we have to by law name one paper any legal notice will be posted in.
Okay.
So do I have a motion?
No.
Yeah, I'll motion to move to the Sentinel, that's fine.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Katie, seconded by Steve. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you on behalf of Sutton.
Statewide operating referendums, Kevin.
Okay, guys, yeah, I just want to put that in there for you. And I just happened to get that from Debbie and I was looking at that and, we keep hearing about the fiscal cliff that's gonna come as a result of COVID and the money we had and the, offsetting of budgets. And so And we're also told that this was gonna be a record number of year for operating referendums. And so I just wanted to share with you districts that I was aware of that are close to our size. And I just happened to be looking at them and I'm like, wow, they're asking for, we're asking for $400,000 a year for 3 years, non-recurring. And if you look at the numbers that are there, the ones I have highlighted, and that's a drop in the bucket.
Are these, though, reading through some of them, that's the total amount that they're
Yeah.
asking for over that. So ours would be in there as 1.2.
No, I would
Yes.
not. No, it would not. Because we put it in, we back it out.
So do
But
these.
that's what these, so
The recurring ones,
This is a non-recurring at Luck for 2.5 million, but it's not, it doesn't say how long that one is, but here's
Yeah.
Mellon's. It says 1.5, but it says it's a 3-year non-recurring for 500 a year. So it says 1.5, but they're really only getting 500 a
a
year.
year,
The ones that
yes, yeah,
are
Yes.
huge are like Frederick's.
yes.
yes.
But it's still like you have to divide that number by the years that they're
Yeah.
stating.
But
Right.
still,
Absolutely,
look
still,
at-
I mean, we're looking at 1.2 and they're looking at, way
like
more.
Laura and I were talking that 400,000 a year, which we didn't want to ask for more than we need. Never,
Right.
never, ever want to do that to the public. And we just want to ask what taxpayers we think they can afford. We don't want to come in heavy. But like we were just talking here, so our insurance is over $100,000 a year, about 112, 120, something like that. A month.
Mhm.
So that's 4 months of insurance payments for us. And the costs are continuing to go up. I'm not asking for anything. I'm just telling
No,
you.
right,
It's kind
right.
of where it's going. And I just want you guys to just see that. So when we, get through the end of our next 2 years, what it might look like. That's all. There's no, not looking for anything other than to make this informational. And, we're just being told, like Debbie saying, there's a lot of schools and you can see the number, like, I don't know if you guys got the whole email on this, but this is like,
They got that, what you're looking.
yeah, because I think this was only a snippet of
Yeah.
the total ones that are on there. And I just happened to be looking and I came from Southwest Wisconsin. I was just looking at some districts that are small from down there that are outsized and stuff. But anyway, you can see that they're asking for significantly more than what we did. So just an FYI. And we'll see how they, like you said, Peggy, we'll see if they pass,
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see which ones pass.
But Luck's a good comparison, based on it. And so, Frederick, I never saw that comment. I didn't.
Yeah, I
On
was quite honestly quite surprised. And in fact, I went to their website to look it up and that's when I seen that they have a 500,000 one that's retiring. And they're asking for $1,070,000,
Double,
more than double
yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit more than double.
going forward. So it'll be just interesting to see how they come out. The last election, as those of us that followed it, a majority of referendums did pass
Yeah.
at the last election, but I don't remember seeing this kind of numbers at that one.
But, and I'm just gonna tell you.
For anybody.
We've been racking our brains, like thinking, okay,
Yes.
'cause, we're. A big problem that we're having, it's not a big problem, but what happened is the aid payments and the tax payments, the disbursements between payments is significant.
Yes,
So we're gonna come up with a plan to try and address that with purchasing so that we can purchase around those times and stuff, but it's really hurting and everything is tied to, like Laura, so we have money we're trying to get from the state from ESSER that we're still using. But she can only claim it quarterly, so it's not like you can just reach into the bank and say, we need this much, and we put it away, like. We'll talk about that maybe later, it's more difficult than people think, it's not like just writing a check out.
Right.
And everything has criteria, I don't know if you wanna comment on any of this, but I know it keeps you up at night. And it's really difficult because. Like even the workshop I was just at, superintendent of the state from Menominee Falls, she's retired but she spoke at our conference from Wisconsin, she went to Menominee Falls. She's like, we paid every bill late.
Yeah.
And we're working that with our creditors too, we're saying, hey, and then all of a sudden you get a lump sum of money and you make the payment, then you go dry again, and it's just, and a couple years ago, before, like midway through my term, they extended the time frame between payments, I don't remember the dates, but there's longer time between our aid payments that we get now. And they mentioned it and we never worried about it because it really didn't hit us then, but it's kind of hitting us now. So anyway, just long story short, I just wanted you guys to see that we're not asking for more than we need. In fact, we ask for less than we need. And we just try to gauge the taxpayers by just saying, hey, what can you guys afford? We'll take it. That's where it's been,
Yeah.
Birchwood is another one. Birchwood's
Yeah.
really small.
very,
I mean, 2.6 million a year, unending?
yeah. I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah.
they probably figure they never have to go back again, but you know,
Well, eventually.
sometimes.
Well, yeah, even
Yeah, the well.
you get used to spending that amount of money and inflation, you still have to go back for more. I mean, it's just the way life is.
And you know, if you look at our expenditures, we have not had,
No.
we do not buy things, we do not go frills. But what's cost us in every district is our salaries and our insurance and our HSA, and that's where we get hit.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So that's just, I just wanted you
And
guys to
that'll
see that.
Have to be an
Just-
upcoming
Yeah.
budget discussion very soon.
It's gonna be just an interesting
Yeah.
thing to see, so. Just informational, but I
Mhm.
wanted you guys to see what other districts are doing.
Yeah. And then we're gonna go with, you have an update on the
Yeah,
playground
just,
situation.
so I put that timeline in there.
Mhm.
So one of the things is, and then I asked him about the amount. So right now, we're just working on financing. We're working with,
Mhm.
you know, we reached out to State Trust Fund, Community Bank, and Bremer. It seems like Community has the best interest rate for us, plus they're kind of our bank that we always
Yeah.
work with. So that's what we're working through right now, going through the loan process. But if you look at the timeline in there, we should have that playground up and running by school year.
Yeah.
And John's very adamant that that can happen, and he's just, you know, waiting for us to get through that process. And he thinks that, I think when he quoted us the last time for just a bare bones playground, he was just quoting with equipment. So that quote, we're gonna have a nice playground.
Right, it might not be everything we want, but it's gonna be a nice
I
playground.
mean, still with some of the poured
Yeah,
rubber
it's not
areas
just gonna
and,
be,
yeah.
my understanding, it's not just
He
gonna be a
didn't-
surface and the kids just have to run around, you know?
well, yes.
You know,
I just didn't know if we were still gonna get the poured surface areas that we were looking at and,
that
the
was
climbing
my
equipment.
understanding of it.
so he just
Had
cut
some-
the playground out of the field set and,
Yes.
and that's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
And it sounds like it's gonna be he said you guys can have a really nice playground.
Excellent.
So, and I'll have him on for more updates once we get, you know, financing and once we start moving on this.
Mhm.
We'll have him give us budget updates and updates on with buildings and grounds and even budget. So if you guys are okay with that, I just wanted to share.
So-
Good.
Yep.
Go ahead.
When, I think we want to get the parents that are interested and the teachers that are interested in the design part.
Yes,
So how
yes.
far ahead are we going to know those timeframes to, I mean, they could really start looking at websites and catalogs and things anytime, right? If
So.
we could start drumming up some
Yeah, so
excitement.
the last time, Carrie, you can comment on this because the last time Carrie and I went out there, we had Robert, because Robert has some civil engineering background. We looked at
Yes.
that and we had, I don't know if we had any parents on it at that point in time. Certainly we wanted to,
Right,
but we were just looking for initial designs and thoughts.
yep.
So, Carrie, we certainly want to have a parent committee. I don't know if you've thought about this. I know teachers would like to be on it. Totally in favor of that if you want to comment. I mean,
Honestly, I mean, I think, yes, teachers would want to be in on the design of that. I just keep holding on like it's not really going to happen. So I just keep sitting back and waiting. So
I
Has
mean,
the
I would-
funding been approved?
not yet.
Oh,
That's why I'm.
So once the funding's approved, then,
I mean, even if we're like, the funding gets approved and working on this date, I mean, if we can advertise a meeting 3 weeks in advance, 4
Mhm.
weeks in advance to say, come to
Yes.
the dragon
just
room
do-
after
and-
school one day and we'll throw some web pages up and allow people to look at stuff.
Yeah, I think I just want to be fairly organized, not,
Yeah.
I want this, I want that, you know. So somehow, like with our strategic planning, we did have a
Okay.
committee.
A first
Yeah,
committee
we
and
could
then
be-
that makes sense.
I don't know, I don't have a plan, I'm just saying
Yeah.
for that. I know I don't want to be the decision maker.
well, it's kind of nice if you have a preliminary plan and then you have a meeting and then maybe you get some input that, you know, kids don't really play on this at a playgrounds. Maybe we could have this instead kind of thing, instead of just let them go wild in a catalog, because
Right.
True.
Jerry knows, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, I guess I have a question for the whole group. So coming in late, you know, I looked at the referendums this weekend. And it looks like the playground's gonna shrink.
Yes.
So if we're not doing the football referendum, why is it gonna shrink?
Because the equipment today is more centrally located where instead of individual pieces, though it would be whatever we picked, They described it. They weren't able to give us any numbers, like you need this many pieces of equipment or this size equipment based on the number of kids that play there per hour or anything like that. So it was really just, you do it by age. And that the equipment is more connected. So it's a slide and a climber and a zip line and a whatever, where now the pieces are individually spread out over the area. So we could go a smaller footprint, but still have the same amount of play space.
Okay, I guess I would love for the people that are on buildings and grounds to come out during the lunchtime and see how many kids are playing out there.
Mhm.
Because I'm out there Tuesdays and Thursdays. Right now, there's 100 kids on that playground. And I'm afraid if we go to a centralized deal, there isn't gonna be enough equipment for the kids to play on.
The hope was to also get more green space for them to play football or catch or whatnot, and then redoing the blacktop with foursquare and the basketball hoops. So it's not just the playground space, but absolutely, I know there's a ton of kids, and I was really disappointed when they weren't able to say, this structure plays this many kids. I thought that would be some sort of more measurable metric that the
Okay.
structure people would have.
Well, that's the
But-
other piece, though. I think we just have John come with us. We can walk the playground.
Yeah.
See, that's why I don't know a lot about the equipment stuff. It's changed so much, so
Mhm.
you guys probably have more insight on that, and the teachers might. That's why I just
Yeah.
figured.
Mhm.
The
And we-
only problem is if it's too centralized and you have one playground supervisor out there, things are gonna happen that are not gonna be seen.
It's true. That's true.
That would be my biggest concern,
We've
that
got-
there are going to be incidents that cannot be seen.
Yeah, Frederick and Webster both have newer playgrounds, so that's something that we could definitely reach out to them and see what they like or dislike, or what the kids seem to play on. I mean, Grantsburg's isn't terribly old either. It's
No.
newer, but I know that those are
Webster's is
much
brand new.
newer. Yeah, Frederick's is brand new and Webster's is brand new within the last 3
Okay.
years. Mhm.
Yeah, we're definitely not locking ourselves in at this point in time. So I think that's a good idea, but I think we have our committee go out there. I think John needs to be with us too,
Mhm.
just to give us.
So, I mean, do we need to wait until the funding is secured to even put that committee together? Cause things take
I would.
so long for
I would.
us in a monthly cycle.
Because if the financing doesn't go through, you're gonna have some really upset people.
Sure, but by when did we think the funding would go through?
Well, we're talking March here.
March, so by
So it's already the end of it.
next meeting.
Yeah, so we've been
Yeah,
planning it
okay.
out
Enough
about
time.
March.
Okay.
That's what we've been told.
Perfect. Okay.
We just have some questions to answer. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of informally on its way, but we have to provide some information. We just have to make sure that.
Mhm.
They have to make sure that we can pay it back before
Yeah.
they give us the money.
I get it. I get it.
Okay,
Good deal.
so let's move to meeting calendars.
Can I make a request?
Sure.
Can we do our meetings the week of, I know this is not gonna be a financially stable piece, but can we do our meetings the week, can we do it the 4th, the 5th, 6th, or 7th? Can we tie our meetings up those days?
I don't have a calendar.
Did I not do a calendar again? What is my issue? I am so.
I just don't know. It's okay. Just somebody tell me what days those.
So
It's
March
Mondays,
5th is
4th.
Tuesday, Wednesday, 5th, 6th, and 7th are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
And those are the days you want, 5, 6, and 7?
There you
I,
go.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm just
I did
not,
that last month too. I don't know.
I'm very visual.
I am too. And
Okay, budget and finance. Which night, wait, what day do you work? Because we know that day's out.
So that week
Yeah.
I moved to
Oh.
a Thursday.
Oh, so can you do Tuesday,
The
5th?
Yeah.
4:15?
Yes.
Okay, so let's put budget and finance at 4:15 on Tuesday, the 5th. Building and grounds, you would like them to move up a week, is
yeah,
that
could we
correct?
move that. I mean, even if you guys could do 3:30 that day.
Well, they couldn't do it Thursday because
No,
Katie
that
can't
day,
be
same
there.
day.
Yeah, I
Oh,
could do
the
it the
same
same day. I could do the 5th or the 6th,
I'll have
And-
to zoom in.
either day.
Okay,
Doesn't matter to me.
and who's the third person? Tom?
Yeah, I guess I can make any one of those work.
Tuesday, the 5th at what time?
We can do 3:30,
Is
3:30?
hour gonna give you enough time?
3,
45 minutes gives you enough time? Or do you want us to move ours to 4:30
Yeah,
to give you an hour?
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so we'll just change, sorry, Lisa.
No, that's good.
Budget at 4:30, buildings and grounds at 3:30.
Okay.
Do we need policy and planning?
Yes, we will.
Okay, do we want to do? What night can you do?
Those are all open. from
Kelly?
what My thing looks, so.
I'm open.
Want to do it after 5:30?
The earliest I could do would be 4:15.
You wanna do
30
that
gets
at
awful,
some-
6:30 gets awful late for me.
Okay.
What night, Wednesday or Thursday?
How about Thursday?
Do Thursday.
Thursday at 4:15?
Sure.
Okay, so the 7th at 4:15. And then the regular meeting is the 18th. And Laura, we know that you won't have a March budget by that date, but we can do this month and get as close as we can, okay? Just so we know where we're standing there. And then again, the 18th is a regular meeting. All right, so at this time, I'm looking for a motion to approve the bills.
I'll make a motion to approve the bills for the cycle period.
I'll second it.
Motion by Steve, seconded by Katie. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Items for board signatures. I have signed and Dave's out of town. He'll have to sign when he gets back.
Yep.
So at this time, we'll convene to close session under Wisconsin State Statute 19.851 CEFG to consider employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. Considerations of financial, medical, social, or personal information, and to confer with legal counsel who is rendering oral or written advice. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that.
Motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Steve, seconded by Katie. Jamie, if you'd call the roll, please.
Steve,
Yes.
Katie,
Yes.
Peggy,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
So though, I'm
And
gonna have
yourself.
to close this out and I didn't know that Kelly was coming in by Zoom, so I don't have a secondary meeting. So do you want Denise and Carrie to go and just keep Kelly in
Denise?
here?
Probably has to stay if there's any questions about the special.
I don't know that there's gonna be, I don't care who stays, it's gonna be quick and easy.
Okay.
But Jamie,
Jamie, yes.
thank you. I needed my roll call to be finished.
Well, do you just want all of them to stay in?